In the lead up of the Conference of Ministers of Finance, the ECA Sub-Regional Office of West Africa have been organizing a series of dialogue with a view to domesticate the reflection around the theme of the conference, namely financing Africa's recovery, breaking new grounds.
The pandemic-induced economic crisis has gravely impacted growth prospects of developing countries, especially in Africa. In West Africa, gross domestic product (GDP) decreased by 0.9% in 2020 compared to an increase of 3.3% in 2019. Growth in West Africa was projected to rebound to 3.5% in 2021 and 4.9% in 2022. This already fragile macroeconomic situation of West African countries, combined with low infrastructural development, have been exacerbated by the sudden Ukraine-Russia conflict, which has disrupted global food and energy supply chains, leading to high inflation. It is clear that the West African region and the Sahel face specific development challenges along with important financing needs which require bespoke and innovative approaches. It is in this context that ECA SRO West Africa engaged with its key partners in a two-part dialogue series in February and April 2022 on the specific financing needs of West African countries and innovative strategies to address the latter.
The first dialogue was held on 16 February 2022 with 30 members of the network of economic journalists in West Africa in Lomé, Togo. The second dialogue was organized virtually on 19 April 2022 and attended by more than 200 participants. It was of high level.
And you look at the statistic, the rate of returns of investment is by far higher in Africa than in the other regions. But this has been, downgraded by the risk, real or perceived, in the Sahel. That's why I believe that we have to invest a lot in de-risking policies. The second route to go, and I'm seeing this as a growing market, is the SDG bonds and the SDG related bonds. So this is an area where we can support African countries. The third area I see to be short is what we call the tax inspected without borders.
Nous devons penser notre approche de développement. En quoi faisant? Premièrement, en internalisant la problématique nous-mêmes, en internalisant les solutions et en ne considérant les ressources provenant de la coopération bilatérale ou multilatérale comme des ressources d'appoint. Autre élément de mon point de vue, c'est que ces crises ont deux natures de réponse, ont des réponses de deux natures. Il y a les réponses conjoncturelles et il y a les réponses structurelles. Les réponses conjoncturelles, c'est pour faire face à la crise. Et en général, les réponses conjoncturelles ont un caractère commercial assez prononcé. En revanche, les réponses structurelles sont des réponses de fond qu'il convient d'envisager pour pallier les vulnérabilités actuelles de notre situation économique.
I think that to be able to empower our SMEs, we need to make sure that we strengthen our industry. And this goes through the public-private partnership. And I think that when it comes to getting funds from development banks, we can use those funds to really address some of the needs of the private sector, help them to be more important in our economy and in our industry. And I think that it's the role of the private sector, of the major industry, to actually empower the SMEs. I really think that it's really key to include the private sector into our discussion and work towards Africa development.